Hello beautiful people, Tash here. How are we all? I hope we are good. I thought I would just get on here quick and I just realised you can see my hubby's costume in the background. That's so funny. He's in a crowded house, Split Enz tribute show, and he's the drummer and that's his glow in the dark suit. It's been airing out because you can't machine wash them. But anyhow, that's so funny. I wanted to get on here because I've had a few inquiries and questions, and a few of my clients have been struggling with their pantries, especially just because of Christmas. I know Christmas was 2 months ago, but sometimes we still just keep so much stuff. So I wanted to explain and show you the quickest and easiest way to declutter your pantry. So to begin with, you really need a really big area that is a clear space, like the dining table or the kitchen bench or any sort of place like that, okay? So, I mean, it all depends on how big your pantry is. If you have a small pantry, you know, it won't take you as long. But if you have a big walk-in pantry, you should probably allow 5 hours. And that's no exaggeration. You actually should allow 5 hours. A standard two-door pantry with like from floor to ceiling would take about 3 hours. So if you've got a walk-in one, it'll take more. So allow 3 hours, try and allow half a day, do it on a weekend when you're at home or a day off work. You know, if you can, if you can, you know, get the kids out of the way, or if you've got bigger kids and they can help, fine, that's great. But if not, allow 5 hours. Make sure you've got, like, it's probably good if the bin day has just been, so the bin is empty. Do try and recycle your cardboard boxes or anything else like that. Of course, every time I talk about rubbish, it includes recycling. I do try and be very environmentally friendly. And if by chance you actually do have some items that can be donated, so they have to be within the use by date and they can't be opened. So if you do have anything like that, so grab yourself a box or a basket so that you can donate any unwanted items. At the end of my street, we have this little tiny pantry where you can give and take from. I got Crisco at Christmas time, which I always do, and I had a few things like 2-minute noodles, which I just don't like, and I won't eat, and no one in the family does. So I put them in there, and so people put pasta in there or packet cereals or anything like that, and it's really quite cute. It's really cool. So, you know, if you have anything like that in your community, and you can give all of your things like that away as well. So anyway, let's get started. So what you need to do first is you need a notepad and paper. So if you have a notebook that you take shopping with you, go grab that, because you want to have it, you want to have a note somewhere so that you know what things you do have, instead of having 20 tins of tomatoes or 20 boxes of chocolate. But you know, chocolate doesn't last that long, but you know what I'm talking about. So you also need to figure out, so if you do your pantry on a weekend, then figure out what you're going to have for your meals for the next week, so that you can use up things that are in there first before you go shopping again. So I will open up my pantry. I have this, I think it's called a French doors, whatever. So in the middle here, it's just the microwave, some knives, and our supplements and the mobile phone charging station. So I just like to keep them closed because I don't really like the microwave. So if this was completely full, okay, like if this was absolutely chockers, you would want to bring everything out and put it on the bench. And then you want to have a look at use by dates. You want to, you know, have a look if you've got some Tupperware or whatever, you can get things replaced if they're broken. I'm slowly getting rid of my Tupperware. I'm really keen just to have glass jars, just like the Mercona jars, because I love glass because it doesn't smell. Even Tupperware gives that funky sort of smell. And two, you can see it. You don't have to have a label if you don't want to. So that's our mixed nuts. We love these. So you'll get everything out, open everything up, get rid of any containers that aren't keeping things fresh. Either, throw them in the rubbish, donate them if they are good quality, or if you can work out a way to recycle them, then you work out that way to do that, okay? So you're going to bring everything out. And then you will get in and you'll wipe over all of the, like if you've got drawers or whatever, shelving, you're going to have to get up on a step. Like, I know there would probably be spiders and things right up the back in that top one up there, because I don't obviously get up there very often. And my top drawer, which you can't see, just has Tupperware and just the short ones, and it has labels, and they're things that I do use all the time, like cacao, breadcrumbs, bicarb soda, pine nuts and chocolate chips for baking and things like that. So in my middle shelf is our really big Tupperware containers, which we use all of these to store things in the fridge daily. So they're either stored in the fridge or in here with things that we need and we use every day and regularly, okay? So then the next shelf, I only just made sushi on the weekend, so I haven't put these away somewhere properly yet because I haven't figured out how to store them, because we'll probably need a permanent spot, because I really like making sushi and everyone loves eating it. So that's something new. But we have, this is all easily accessible. So we have nuts, which we use every day, popping corn, because my hubby likes to make popcorn. I've got a really funny story. My daughter, who is now 21, when she was 3, she called popcorn cock porn. So yeah, we call popcorn cock porn in our house. It's a little bit of a running joke, but you could imagine me when she was about, I think she was about 3, and she goes, I want some cock porn. And I spat everything out of my mouth and actually burst out laughing. It was the most funniest thing, but anyhow. So you have everything that you use all the time, right at close, right close for you. So that's, and you store everything like with like, okay? So you've pulled everything out, you've got rid of everything that you're not going to use. You've written out a list of some things that you do want to use, because you can use them when you cook for the following week. And then when you put everything back, you're going to put like with like. So I have my herbs and spices. We've got tea, coffee, peanut butter, things like that all together. And the sugar for the tea, and that's pretty much all of that drawer. And then the next one, I have a little station for when we make smoothies. All the girls love to make smoothies. So we've got acai and chia seeds and everything like that all together, all color-coded. That's the greens mix, the acai mix, psyllium husk, chia seeds. So I go and buy organic chia seeds and use this container and keep refilling it and reusing it. LSA, so these are all the things, and some honey. Some local organic honey. That's what we use for our smoothies, and everything is all together. Blocks of chocolates are down the side. So rice, sugar, pasta, everything like that is all together. Extra tea bags, because we're still, not very many people drink tea in this house, so we always seem to have too many tea bags. Then down the bottom, which I'll open with my foot, I've got a snack area where the girls can come and get, and they just grab snacks for their school lunch boxes, because they're teenagers and they can do that. And then when the big girls come home, they come to the snacks and have a little look. And cereal all together. So all the cereal is all together. Everything that we need every day is all together. And then obviously everything else is in the fridge. So if you can really get rid of a lot of stuff, you don't actually need a lot of stuff. And to maintain the pantry and keep it decluttered, look in it first before you go shopping, and please let it run low. You don't need to have 4 or 5 stacked of things that you, just in case or when they're on special. So I had a beautiful client named Libby, and she had a pantry full of stuff, and I said to her, just use up everything first, even if it's on special, or in Coles and Woolies, you know how they do the 2 for 1 or whatever. Just use it before you get the 2 for 1. Just because it's on special doesn't mean it's cheap for you. And her grocery bill halved. So just because it's on special doesn't mean it's a good value or a bargain. If you're not going to use it, it's not a good bargain and it's not good value. So use everything up first. before you, sorry, there's the hair annoying me, before you work out what you're going to have for dinner, go into the pantry and look, you know, there might be half a pack of noodles. You know how the noodles come in like 2 separate packs? There might be one in there that you can actually use up. Then you go and buy the pre-chopped meat and veggies, throw it all in. There's a meal done for you, quick, easy, and your pantry has been cleaned out. So please let it run low. Your grocery bill will love you for it, you know, and it makes you actually eat healthier, because if you've bought a tin of chickpeas for a salad that you never made, you know, 6 to 12 months ago, go get on Google, get on Pinterest, find a recipe that uses the bloody chickpeas and use them up, because I don't know that they actually expire, but you know, that's just an example. Use them up. Dig deep, dig deep. There is so much stuff in your pantry. If you've got a full pantry, there are so many meals for you to make. There are so many probably packet pancakes. Let's have pancakes this weekend. Yes, it expires in April, so yay, we've got a month. Use it up. Use everything. We're such a wasteful society. So use everything up. Keep all like with like, and it just helps you stay organized and keep on top of everything, as in like not filling it all up with just crap. Like if you want to try a new recipe and it does need something new, then do that like once a week, one recipe once a week. Don't try and do 10 different recipes and fill the pantry with all the stuff you're never going to use, because it's too much. It's too overwhelming. One recipe once a week, use everything up, and your pantry will stay nice and clean and decluttered forever. Yeah. So thank you so much for listening to me. I hope you all have a beautiful day. It is 31 degrees here on the Sunshine Coast, and I'm heading to see Elton John tonight, so I am pretty happy. I'm going to have a really good time. So now I'm actually going to go to the shops, buy some cheeses. We're having pre-drinks before we go, and then we're going to go party with Elton. Woohoo! I love you guys. I'll speak to you soon.